First of all, reflection on the weekend's win.
Absolutely delighted. I thought that the resilience, the mentality, the spirit that we showed, and we could come in for a little bit of criticism. The previous game, with regards to that, in the second half against Hearts, and I thought the players absolutely answered up, and I was delighted for them that they got the reward for that. So, really pleased, good win. But it's on to the next game now, and I think we're in a good place looking towards this next game. So, really delighted with everything that I got, and just hoping to add to that in the next game, which is just round the corner.
You were obviously keen to get Mellon in, and what a debut he had.
Fantastic, and no surprise to me, what he did when he came on the pitch. I think it was 28 minutes he got or something, but within that 28 minutes he comes up with 2 wonderful assists and a fantastic goal. But nothing that surprised me, because and the reason that we waited so long and we tried so hard to get him, and I've got to be so thankful to Burnley, and in particular Paul Jenkins, and John and Tim for that relationship bearing fruit. We bring in players of that quality to Dundee Football Club, and I think everybody's seen just exactly what that quality is.
And looking ahead into tomorrow night, Aberdeen obviously are in a bit of turmoil at the moment. What can Dundee do to exploit that?
Listen, we can just go up and try and execute a game plan against our next opponent, which is Aberdeen. As you said, we've had a few away games now, and certainly there's ways of playing, taking advantage of being at home, and also looking at ways that when you're away from home. And if there's any ways that we can exploit any weaknesses, they will endeavour to do that, because the objective obviously is going up there and trying to take maximum points. But we know it's a difficult place, I know particularly obviously, and we're going to have to be our best as a team, and we're going to have to do a lot of things in possession and out of possession to put in a performance that can hopefully bring us back the points.
What are you expecting from Aberdeen on the pitch?
A tough game, they're a very good team. I watched their game on Saturday. I thought they were excellent, for the first, 50, 55 minutes. I thought they were really good against Hearts, and got a goal lead that unfortunately never stood for them. So they're a good team, and we need to be really careful. They're dangerous. We've got a lot of really top players, in various positions. I think Barry's recruited really well, and I just see they've recruited again a good player in Killian Phillips. So, no, we know what they are. We know how dangerous they can be. And again, it's all about Dundee. It's all about making sure that we can kind of exploit any weaknesses they've got, and the strengths that we've got in our team. We can make sure that we get that across in our game plan.
Have you got sympathy for Barry in his current situation?
I wouldn't say sympathy. I don't need sympathy for Barry. Barry's a good friend of mine, and Barry will deal with this the way Barry deals with everything. And I've got to say, he's a good manager, and he's a brilliant guy. I've got loads of time for Barry, and. Listen, I think they've just recently been to a cup final, and the run that they had in Europe, he made a lot of people proud, with the performances that he put in Europe. So, listen, Barry will deal with that. I don't need to speak for Barry Robson, and I don't need to give him any sympathy. Barry will be dealing with that situation.
And Harry Sharp stepped up there at the weekend. What's the situation with the goalkeepers and Trevor Carson?
Oh, Trevor's back fit now. Trevor struggles to play. The surface dictated a wee bit, about Trevor, but he's back in the squad for tomorrow. Harry went in and deputised there, and I thought he did a fantastic job. He made obviously a penalty save, but he made a couple of really vital saves as well. So it's just good. And what I want, and what you're seeing now with bringing in Mellon, and I want competition throughout the squad, and that's the same at the goalkeeper stage, goalkeeper front. I want to make sure that there's competition for places at goalkeeper, at right centre back, at centre midfield, at striker options. So Harry's added his sail into the mix there, and credit to him. He put in a good performance, and he's now part of that goalkeeping setup.
And there's quite a lot of games in succession now. What sort of impact is that having on the team?
Yeah, it's we picked up an injury with Ryan Howlett at the weekend there, so it's tough, because we're going a game every 3 days, and you really, I've said this before, you really need to make sure that your squad is robust enough to deal with that. But even when you're dealing with it, there's a lot of things you need to adapt training. You need to do a lot more analysis, things off the field. So yeah, I think they're dealing with it well, and just even today's training, I think the boys are in a really good place. It obviously helps for not just the victory, the victory that we had against Livingston, but I feel as if we're in a good place just now, and with the additions that we're bringing in to strengthen what's already for me a fantastically talented squad, I think we're in a good place. And when these games come up, you need to make sure that you are in the best form you can be.
And I know you mentioned one injury there. Is there any further team news?
Charlie Riley's got a slight knock, and the 3 injuries, the ones that we've had out, Lamy Patalas, and Donnelly and Pineda, are still all injured at the moment, but making progress.
Perfect, thank you.
You commented about the surface affecting your selection process for the game at Livingston there. Many teams have gone to Livingston and struggled on that surface, so how satisfying was it for you to go there and convincingly win 4-1?
It's extremely satisfying, and looking over the 2 fixtures we've had there, we've taken 6 out of 6 against, you know, a really difficult opponent and on a difficult surface, you know. So I'm really pleased, and I think a lot of games like that come down to mentality, and that's what I was particularly pleased with the squad. You know, the mentality that we showed, you know, the resilience as a squad, and the spirit was shone through on that day, and it ended in a 4-1 victory, which is pleasing, and which gives you a platform to get into the games coming up now.
And another away game coming up tomorrow. You're going up to Aberdeen, where there is protest planned, some other agendas and things that are happening for Aberdeen. Can Dundee use the upset that's happening there this week to their advantage to gain full?
I'm always saying to my players, and it's important that I keep the same kind of thought process, that, you know, you can only affect what you can affect, and I can't affect any of that. It's got nothing to do with me. I can affect Dundee Football Club. I can have an effect on the players that are playing in a match, and that's what I'll continue to do. And we'll be going up there, as I say, for like we do for every game. We analyse the opponents, we look at their strengths, their weaknesses, and then we look at our own squad and try and deploy the best staff to make sure that we can do everything in our power to pick up maximum points.
Because the games are coming so quick and fast, will there be a turnaround in player personnel? Obviously?
Yeah, I think we've made. You'll see for the team selections, there's always been the team's always been freshened up in probably 3 or 4 positions. So it's important to try and keep doing that, try and keep a core there, but keep freshening up the squad. And I feel fortunate that I've been able to do that, you know, and still get the level of performance, the consistency of performance, and I'll be doing the same, you know, and making sure that whoever goes in there, they know the way we play, you know, the way things we need to do to win a football match, and I've got loads of confidence and loads of belief in that squad there, and every individual within the squad, and that they can step up to the mark and do the job.
Last one for me is about Owen Beck again. We keep coming back to Owen Beck, but there's suggestions this afternoon that he's coming back to Dundee. Can you give us any further on that?
There's no update on that. You know, it's the same as I said to you last time. Obviously, the facts of that are that there's only 2 teams he can play for, and it's either Liverpool or Dundee. I would love it if it was Dundee, because, you know, not just me, you know, the effect that Owen Beck's had on everybody, not just at the football club, but, you know, within the stadium and all the fans and all that kind of stuff. So yes, if we had any opportunity to get Owen back, we would jump at the chance, because he was such a pivotal player for us in the first period of the season, and if we get the opportunity to work him again, it'd be great. But you know what, it's down to his parent club at the moment, and we'll just have to watch this space.
Otherwise, Tony, any other last gasp arrivals or departures?
At the moment, no, we're focusing on. We're really pleased with bringing in the ones that we've brought in, and particularly Michael Mellon came in and showed what he is on Saturday. And if we can continue to, you know, it's important that anything that you add to the squad, it has to enhance what you've already got in the building. And I feel as if we've got a really strong squad of good young players and good senior pros, and I need to make sure the ones that I bring in supplement that and enhance it.
It's got the look of a really attractive game tomorrow night on paper. With all the pressure that is on Aberdeen, is this a really good chance for you to go up, get a really good start, and turn the large Pittodrie crowd against their own team? You can benefit from that, can't you?
Again, but of course you can benefit from it, but I can't affect it. So I'll only affect what I can affect, and that is preparing my team for a tough away game at Pittodrie. And I'll do all I can to make sure our team are prepared and do everything they can to put in a level of performance that hopefully will result in us picking up points.
Okay, first of all, what's your reflection on the weekend's results?
Yeah, obviously good result. Probably not the best performance, but obviously main importance was obviously the 3 points, and we got that, so quite happy.
And obviously there's quite a lot of games in short space of time just now. How's the team reacting to that?
Yeah, I think everyone's reacted well. Obviously it's quick turnarounds in games, but I think everyone's recovered well and ready for games, so can't wait for tomorrow basically.
And speaking of tomorrow, what are you expecting from Aberdeen?
Yeah, a team that's very good on the counter-attack, and we haven't played them this season, fortunately, because of the cancellations, but yeah, everyone's looking forward to it, expecting a team that are good at counter-attacks.
Perfect. Okay, cool.
Just a good time we'll be facing Aberdeen with the difficulties they're having?
Yep, of course. Yeah, they're obviously struggling at the moment, but still, you know the qualities they have as well, so you've got to be aware and be on our game. That's mostly it.
You must take a lot of confidence out of what happened at the weekend. You're down to 10 men,
Yeah.
Still managed to score 4 goals, get another victory on the board.
Yeah, of course. It shows obviously the resilience we have as a team, and the will to push for each other, so it's good.
And how are you finding things playing for Dundee at the moment? I mean, grinding out results week in, week out, mid-table, doing fairly well. How do you find things yourself?
Yeah, it's obviously good. It's obviously been a good start and good first half of the season, but we want to keep it going and keep pushing, have obviously our targets as well, but So yes, we don't want to get complacent really. So just keep pushing for more.
Malaki, hi. Looking at the opposition that you're facing,
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll have been made aware of, the fact that Aberdeen are not doing well, the pressures on the manager, the fans there's a lot of unrest. That's something that Dundee can really capitalise on, can't they? Like if they have a good start tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's just true. But I think we're just focusing on ourselves really. I think that's what we can control really. So I think everyone's trained well and everyone's ready for the game. So just waiting for it tomorrow.
A terrific 4-1 victory away to Livingston, loads of positives to take from that. How much of a platform can that give you to really kick on?
Yeah, it's obviously very good to obviously win your game, your previous game. So it gives us a lot of confidence and we know what we need to do tomorrow. So yeah, like I said before, we're just waiting for tomorrow and want to try and get a win.
And obviously you're on loan from Crystal Palace. How you finding things in Scottish football? You enjoying the hustle and bustle?
Yeah, of course, it's obviously different, but yes, I'm enjoying it. Of course, played a lot of games and enjoyed it quite well. So can't wait for it to continue basically.
Yeah, do you enjoy the sort of rough and tumble? It's a physical sport
yeah,
up here,
it
isn't it?
is very different, but yeah, I'm enjoying it at the moment. I'm enjoying it.
And what about the job the gaffer's done here? I mean, it's he's building something really good here, is he not?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, everyone's backing him. So obviously want to continue it as well. So yeah, just can't wait for tomorrow basically.
Yeah, it's all about momentum now, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. Just obviously it's second half of the season. We want to keep on going, keep pushing.